Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, a politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all gold, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy. I blow the whole budget on me. That's on me. I'm conceited. Treaty. Nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep. I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG. They gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I've broken the system. Had to breach it. That's mission impossible. Mission completed.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll drop to throw. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Rosas' kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. 20. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play that time on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Let's go. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll look to throw here on rush coming, and he's taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. This time the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 2.
16, Bengals 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown Bengals. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving? Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area. He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a handoff looking right. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here.
That's complete. Okue-Bunan.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rosas to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Broncos 23, Bengals 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as they have taken the lead. The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hamler now to return it. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Mixon with a first down carry. Able to push his way through. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point safely through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd and 5. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now here's a carry heading left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll set up to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Bengals will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Off the option, it's Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
the gun, it's Wilson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
With the score, Bengals 41.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Another try for Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll look to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several. Touchdown Broncos! Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Bengals 55, Broncos 30.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He'll try again with the arm here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style.